guys, welcome to Consume the Goodness. My name is Kendra. I'm a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and this channel combines healthy lifestyle with God's word. And today I want to talk about how life can be like some stairs, a staircase, steps. Okay, before I get started, I want to apologize for any panting that you may hear in the background. I'm gonna do what I can to drown it out. Maybe with talking loud, which I do anyway, so that's easy. Or maybe having some music playing in the background. But yeah, lots of running around, lots of excitement, and then the panting, it just won't stop. But this is the time that I have to record this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm just gonna apologize and thank you in advance for your understanding for the loud panting dog. All right, so I'm just gonna try to go through this really quick. I don't wanna take up too much of your guys' time, but I do want to encourage you guys, so I hope that is what I do today. Okay, so thinking about a staircase, a set of stairs. You can go up, you can go down. There are landings on the staircase, so you have your flat areas too. Or even if there isn't, even if it's just a consistent staircase, the steps are still flat, so stopping is also a thing. The whole thing is that we get to choose. We get to choose if we're gonna put in the effort, which it does take more effort. So we have up, down, flat spots. There are curves, turns and steps and all that good kind of stuff. Picture it, you got it? Okay. But the thing is, with a staircase, if we're looking at life as a staircase, we get to choose how we are going to work those steps. How are we gonna work this staircase? Which way are we gonna go? Are we gonna go up the steps? Are we gonna go down the steps, sit on the steps, go around the curve what?
Which way? Up or down? Yes, which way?
We can choose to take steps to move forward, knowing that each step is growth and improvement and building us, molding us, building us up. Or are we going to walk down the stairs? Are we going to choose to go backwards? And why are we choosing to go down? If we do choose to go down and go backwards, why are we choosing to do that? Is it because it's easier and it takes less effort to go down? Is it out of fear? Is it, it burns the legs less if we're looking at the whole stair analogy thingy? Or are we going to choose to not move at all? We don't want to move forward. We don't want to go back. We're just going to sit on the step, just sit. And then why are we doing that? Is it because we truly need to take a rest? Is it because it's this is the easiest option, is just to sit here and not do anything to move forward, even though it's damaging? Okay. I already did a video about movement and how important it is, so I'm not going to go back into that. But so the whole point is that we get to choose how we're going to work this staircase. Okay, so an example of this a little bit, I guess, just to put a picture in your mind. Some of you guys know, if you guys have been watching the channel for a little while, but I can put the links for these videos I'm about to talk about in the description, where I was talking about a rash that I had, and I mean, horrible. And there will be another video in the near future about how this whole horrible thing was really an answered prayer. But for now, I just want to use this. I'll take this one piece of that whole rash situation for this staircase analogy that I was unable to work out for several weeks because of the rash and how it was on such a large percentage of my body. Any the extra movement, the sweating, oh my gosh, it would make it so much worse. And in the course of this, this rash issue lasted, or the really intense part lasted for 3 or 4 months. I'm still dealing with it very slightly though. But the really, really bad part lasted for 3 or 4 months. And so that is 3 or 4 months of not exercising, 3 or 4 months of only getting 2 to 4 hours of sleep. That mostly lasted for about 2 months straight, but still, barely any sleep, and then increased stress levels from not exercising, from my body trying to deal with whatever it was dealing with that rash, from not sleeping. So if any of you guys know, our cortisol levels and the amount of sleep that we get, those two things are so big when it comes to our weight. So in that time, I had gained, I think it was up 15 pounds. I'm 2 years. So I got knocked back weight-wise 2 years. What I weigh now is what I weighed 2 years ago. I was doing, as some of you guys know, I was doing workout videos where I was creating a workout routine and I was posting them on here, and I had workout videos, which I was absolutely loving. And I stopped doing that because of my weight gain, because I had it in my head, I'm not going to move on this right now. I'm not going to move on this until I lose weight again, because I'm able to work out again now But I didn't want to do the workout videos because I'm like, I've gained 15 pounds from when the rash started to now. My body is just now starting to ease up on things. It has taken such a long time. It's been quite a journey, but like I said, that'll be a totally different video. The whole point is that I chose to just sit on the steps. I didn't go backwards. I didn't go forwards. I just sat there because I felt, because of whatever the stupid reasons were that I was doing it. And then finally I realized, why am I doing this? Because it's such a real life thing that we get knocked back. We have setbacks sometimes that sometimes we can't control. And that is definitely a big part in someone's fitness journey and someone's health journey and their weight loss journey, that it goes up and down. We have fluctuations. It's not always just a steady weight loss, decrease in weight. We never plateau and we never gain again. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing? I'm so big on being open and honest and real, genuine about what I do on this channel. And so I decided I am going to start moving forward again with the workout things. Even though I've gained weight, I need to get back to it. And I would love to show that we can, you can get back to it. Even if there was a setback, whether the setback was something just you eating a certain way and then just kind of like going off track, whether it was a stress thing, whether it was a medical thing, we can still do this. So I'm super excited. I've been working on workout routines, creating more workout routines and putting it together with music. So keep an eye out for those. But the whole point for this is that I chose to just sit on the steps and not move. So I sat for a while, but I'm working on some things. And in the things that I'm working on, I realized I need to get out of my head. I need to get out of this image thing that I have with myself and get up and walk up these steps and continue to move forward. So on these stairs of life, sometimes getting knocked back is our own doing. We have consequences that we need to face. We chose to do something in our walk up these steps, and then we get knocked back because of something that we chose to do in whatever area it might be. Whether it is with our fitness or food or a relationship or any area of our lives, at work, at home, as a parent, as a child, as a friend, as a whatever. So sometimes we get knocked back and it is because of us. And then there are other times, like the rash, where the hit kind of comes out of nowhere.
Well, not that young.
And that can kind of suck.
I'm upset now.
And even though the knockbacks, the setbacks, the knockdowns, whatever, even though they can be very frustrating and super irritating at first, it's so good to have something in you just telling your own self to press on, to keep going. Like, I will not, okay, yeah, I got knocked down, but I will not stay down.
Oh, you can't keep a good dog down.
Sometimes we sit on these stairs and not to give up. Sometimes it can be to give up, like what I did when I decided to sit and give up on the workouts. Actually, this can be both. I sat because I was choosing to rest and not push my body because it made the rash worse. So there was a time for that. But then when that was done, I continued to choose to sit, almost in like a giving up way, or in a like, I don't want to move forward because what are people going to think of me? I'm going to come back doing these workout videos bigger than I was when I started them. Or I didn't feel comfortable my own self doing them after that weight gain. So sometimes we choose to sit on these steps, not to give up, but to rest, to catch our breath. And that's okay. And sometimes we need to adjust what we're doing a bit while we walk up these steps. So, sometimes just needing to shift a little bit, which I guess this would be one of those winding staircases or a staircase that curves, you go up some steps and you have to turn, you have to shift a little bit to get up the steps. And for the life analogy connection part, it would be like having to shift because something changed, something happened, a difficult time hit, circumstances changed, whatever the thing might be.
Pivot, 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 pivot.
So it's good to learn to pivot and kind of go with the flow of the staircase when we need to, even when it's a little bit of a struggle. Sometimes getting to the next step takes a little bit longer than we want and we start to get super impatient. Oh, this taking forever. We want to start skipping steps and rushing things and running up the stairs. But you know what? A lot of times when we start skipping steps and running and sprinting, it wears us out. It wears us down a lot faster. And then when we get to where we were trying to go, we're trying to catch our breath. We're not prepared or ready or strong enough to continue on moving up even more steps. That can so be the case in life where there's something that we want to get to and we really want to get there. And we're ready to skip steps, skip 2 steps at a time and run up the stairs and whatever. But so many times we are missing such important things. Those steps are there for a reason. They are important and necessary. I would say most cases, more often than not, the steps that we skip should not be skipped. Every step is building strength. Every step is the step that gets us to the next thing. So those steps that we're trying to rush past, those steps that we're sometimes trying to skip over, they're actually needed. They're actually helpful to prepare us and equip us for what is ahead in the next steps. It's kind of like, I know I've used this before in another video, but it's a good example, good thing to kind of like connect this.
Let's look at it like this. If you was in a math class, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, math, 1 plus 2, like that. You didn't know what you was learning. You got all through a lesson, then you got to a lesson and you were stuck. Do you get to just move on to the next chapter? No way, Jose. You gotta learn that chapter first, okay? And then, when you learn the lesson and you can pass the test, then you get to move on to the next chapter. And you wait till you actually get it. You can understand more what's happening in the next lesson. So that in the next chapter of our lives, we are more wise, we're stronger, we're ready for the next thing that's coming. You ever think about that?
Like with school, like, okay, we homeschool our kids. If I was to be doing a math lesson, and then, so we went from chapter 1 in a math book, and then we skipped ahead to chapter 7. That's a lot of steps that are taught in those in-between chapters that you need those. Every step, every lesson is getting us prepared for the next lesson. It builds on it. All those steps are important to build up to whatever the next thing is. It's preparing us for what's coming next. I also want to remind us, all of us, including myself, that going up is harder than going down or just sitting. It takes more effort. If you think about it in a physical sense, walking up step after step after step, it is exhausting sometimes. Our leg muscles, our thighs start to burn, start to get out of breath. Your heart rate starts to increase the more you do this. So it takes more effort. But
it might be hard, but Jesus is with you. Don't you give up. It's gonna burn. We gotta go through things to burn sometimes, okay? Like, it burns.
it is so worth it.
But we can still do it, and we come out stronger and wiser and more molded into what Jesus wants us to be.
It's so worth every single step, even the harder ones. Oh, I wonder if you guys are going to get this moving. I guess it's moving, from the light that's behind me and then the camera and then the lights in the tree. Ooh. I'm keeping it. I'm not re-recording this. But anyway, like I was saying, even though it's harder to move forward, it takes more effort. It takes more effort physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It is harder, in most cases, I'm sure there are some exceptions, to go forward. But like I was saying, that extra effort, the extra burn, the extra exhaustion, it all is so worth it in the end. It's worth every step, even the harder steps, even the steps that take longer to get off of. It's so worth it. It can be such a beautiful thing. So when we do get knocked back, which we will, it's part of life. We get knocked down, we get knocked back, but let's not allow it to keep us down. Let's choose to look at every knockdown as an opportunity to get back up. Let's change our perspective to look at it like, I don't have to get back up after this knockdown, but I get to get back up. I get to. I don't have to get back up, but I get to get back up, and I get to stand taller, a wiser, more equipped, stronger, more molded and prepared me to continue moving up these steps. I get to do that, and that's awesome. Perspective, I'm telling you, perspective is so big, you guys. And we get to choose what perspective we have. That's us. We get to choose that. Nobody else around us can say, this is your perspective. Now, there are plenty of people who try. Turn on the TV, watch movies, watch the news, listen to podcasts, all these different things. There are tons of people who try to get you to see things the way they want you to see them. but it is up to us. We get to choose what perspective we have. So choosing to look at a knockdown as not a, oh my gosh, poor me, I'm going to stay down here, feel sorry for me, and I'm going to pity myself and have myself a little pity party and all these different things. We can choose to do that, have a perspective where we are constantly a victim, or we can have a perspective that says, you know what, I got knocked down and I'm going to get up even stronger than I was when I got knocked down in the first place. And I'm going to keep pressing on, and it's going to be great. Not even by our own strength. When we get knocked down and we don't even feel like we have enough strength to lift our heads even, just to look at what the next step is, please know that there is a hand reached out towards you, reaching out for you always, all the time, no matter what, no matter how hard you got knocked down. Even if it is a knockdown that we brought on ourselves because of something that we chose to do, and the consequence of that was a serious knockdown. Even if what we chose to do was terrible and it knocked us back, it doesn't matter how hard the knockdown was or the reason for the setback. We always have that hand reaching out for us. Always, always. He's always there, ready to pull us in, ready to bring us back home, ready to embrace us. Always, you guys. It's like hard to even grasp it sometimes, knowing that. It's very humbling, it's overwhelming, and it is such an awesome, beautiful thing. Please don't ever forget that. And yeah, so okay. That is it, you guys. That's it for this week's encouragement. I hope that it was encouraging for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something out of it. And if there's anything that maybe didn't make sense, or if you have questions, or if you have something that you would like to add to it, or anything at all, or if this was helpful or encouraging to you, if you want to let us know in the comments how it was, that would be awesome. Because I truly think that a lot of people scroll through the comments and they read them. And I think that there are a lot of times that things that you guys say in the comments are also so encouraging to the people who are reading them. And then also, if any of you guys are doing the Hit Hard and Heavy challenge, to let us know in the comments about that and let us know how it's going. I think now I'll have two or three. I don't remember when this video is going to come out. I'm recording it super early, so I don't even know. But if you guys go to my shorts, then go to my shorts. That sounds so funny. But anyway, if you go to the shorts videos, you'll see my workout things in there from the Hit Hard and Heavy challenge. It'll be kind of sprinkled in throughout all of the food shorts that I have, but you will see them there. Also, I want to remind everybody that the online store that we have, if you go to shoplsf.com, that would take you guys to our family website, where it truly is family owned and operated. All of us, our 4 kids, my husband and I, we do the work. We do the designs, the printing, the pressing, the shipping. We do all of that. So you will find that there is a variety of things here. This is a great time to go over there. We have any order over $40 automatically, that's free shipping. We also have 2 discount codes going on, and it's like Christmas time, so this is a great time to do that. Oh my gosh, I also, before I go, and if you guys are still watching this, I truly appreciate you, because I know that this is not like a ridiculously short video. So anybody who's still watching, I thank you guys, truly. I really do thank you guys for watching the videos at all. But when you guys watch from the very beginning to the very end, thank you. I want to say a big thank you to Chief Broken Brain. If you guys have not connected with him, if you guys haven't been to that channel, then I will put that channel link in the description. But the other day, he let me know, like, hey, I shared your stuff out with people, so you should have, like, you know, an influx. You should have like 75 new subscribers pretty soon. And it was way more than 75. When I, you know, like that day, actually 4 days, my subscriber count stayed at like 1350, 1351, 1350, 1351. That's just where it was for days and days. And then it went up a lot, just within like 4 or 5 hours time. Now, I don't know what it will be now. I'm going to have to check it before this comes out, and I'll type it in. But the number that it is at even now is just, I'm blown away by that. And so grateful. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Like, that's so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for sharing my channel. I appreciate all of you guys who do that. And even those of you who maybe don't share videos or share the channel, you guys are still here supporting. And when you do a thumbs up, when you leave a comment, even if you don't leave a comment or a thumbs up and you just watch it, if you're praying over what I'm doing on this channel, the amount of support that you guys give, it's amazing. It's very appreciated. It is not even for half of a second taken for granted at all. At all. I really truly want you guys to know that. All right, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much. God bless. I hope to have you back for the next one.